The best gospel music on the web, with the voice of inspiration.
Good people, people, 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 good people, good people, good people, good people.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Good people.
From the ashes, our children will have visions and dreams, and we will reap, whatever we've sown. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hey yo, 1, 2, 3. Get up, we got victory. No weapon they throw at me.
You know
it won't prosper. Hey yo, 1, 2, 3. Get up, we got victory.
This is it.
No weapon they throw at me.
You know it
won't prosper.
Hey.
Thought I gave up, but I'm still good. You can keep your love 'cause I'm still good. Get above 'cause you're still good. Still good. Try to push me down, but I'm still good. Never hit the ground, so I'm still good.
'Cause the king was the crown.
He's still good.
I'm still good.
God is good.
People come, try to keep you. You know they wanna keep us. Hey. But long as we are, long as me and you are, then they can never keep us. Take all the old and we still, so they will never prosper. Let go.
Hey yo, 1, 2, 3.
3.
Get up, we got victory.
We win.
Come on. Throw at me. You know it won't prosper. Hey yo, 1, 2, 3.
People get up.
Get up, we got victory.
We win.
No weapon they throw at me.
Yeah, you know.
You know it won't prosper.
I know it's gonna take a minute. Yes.
Be good.
It ain't easy how we living. Yes.
Feel good.
But as long as God is in it, hallelujah, it's all good.
So
It's
good.
all good.
God is good.
People come.
Down.
You know they wanna keep you.
Down.
They keep trying to push us,
Down.
but they will never get us. You don't have to be. As long as me and you are. That's right. Take out the old and we still. Because of that, they'll never prosper. Church. Now when will we see we are one? We're all descendants of the sun, waiting for the master to come. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Come on. No matter what your problems weigh, it's all very small in his face. When he stretch out his hands, will you say? Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hey yo, 1, 2, 3. Get up, we got victory.
Hey,
No weapon they throw at me.
we win.
Prosper. Hey yo, 1, 2, 3.
You know they gotta give us.
Victory.
We win.
They throw at me.
All my people, you know it won't prosper. Hey, prosper.
I made it through. Spite of the storm and rain, heartache and pain, still I'm declaring that I made it through. See, I didn't lose. I experienced loss at a major cost, but I never lost faith in you. So if you see me cry, it's just a sign that I'm still alive. Oh yeah, I got some scars, but I'm still alive. In spite of calamity, he still has a plan for me, and it's working for my good, and it's building my testimony. I'm so glad I made it. Is there anybody in here have that testimony?
I made it through.
I made it through.
In spite of the storm.
In spite of the storm and rain, heartache and pain. I'm still alive, declaring I made it through. I didn't lose. I experienced loss and a major cost.
But I never lost faith in you.
Listen, I'm so glad I made it. So glad I made it. I made it through. I made it through.
So glad I made it.
Thank you, Jesus.
So glad I made it.
I could have lost my mind. I could have lost my mind.
Made it through.
But I made it through.
I made it through.
I wish I had a witness.
So glad I made it.
Is there anybody in here that's been through anything
So glad I made
that you almost threw in the towel?
I made it through.
But when you look back over your life,
I made
you realize I made it. I made it. I made it. Is there anybody in here that know that you made it? I made it. I made it. I made it. So glad I made it.
so glad I made it.
The devil is a liar.
Glad I made it.
I said the devil is a liar.
Made it through.
I made it through.
So glad I made it.
So glad.
So glad I made it.
I made it through. Ooh. So if you see me cry, it's just a sign that I'm still alive. I got some scars, but I'm still alive. In spite of calamity, he still has a plan for me. And it's working for me.
Say you wanna be a star, you wanna rock hard, so you wanna be fly like me. Say you wanna go far, don't like where you are, so you wanna have the victory. Don't look at my whip and look at my grip and start thinking this life's easy. Had to walk by faith, had to struggle every day just to get to the point you see. This life I'm living is a battlefield. When it comes against me, I got my shield. Don't get it twisted, the enemy's real and they don't wanna see us win. But there's someone greater living within, and he's fighting this battle for me. Can't worry about forgetting me. Holy Ghost in me is giving me what I need, and that's power. Stand up if you got that Holy Ghost power. Stand up if you got that Holy Ghost power. Stand up if you got that Holy Ghost power. Stand up if you got that Holy Ghost power. Stand up if you got that Holy Ghost power. Stand up if you got that Holy Ghost power. Stand up if you got that Holy Ghost power. If you got that Holy Ghost power. See, you need a new car, gotta have a new job. You need to go down on your knees. You need to seek his face, take a break from the race, make him the priority. Don't look at the way.
WODU, Good morning. You know what time it is. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. You know? Hello? You not there? You can't hear me? Nope. You what? You sure? I hear myself. I'm there. Yeah, I'm there. Might be the headset. I'll check it in a minute. Nevertheless, we're going to do our best. Good morning. Welcome to the best of the best. You know we on with Miss Melovee.
Yes.
How you doing today?
We're doing well. I'm doing well.
Yeah.
Always well.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
It's well with our soul.
Let me see. There's always something that, you know, switch things around, and then I got to try to figure out where it is. Oh well, we'll be on camera in a minute. Nevertheless, good morning. How you doing? Welcome to the best of the 757. You know what it is, the Let's Get Praise Music Ministry with the voice of inspiration and my co-host, Miss Melovee. I know you don't see me right now, but you can hear us. That's what counts. I'll get the camera straight in a minute. They be in here working on things, so sometimes they maneuver things around, so I have to get a technician in here to figure out where it all is. But nevertheless, we're going to do our best to bring you an exciting show. I hope that you slept well last night and that you had a wonderful weekend. You know, the weather was kind of bad, but
Yeah, Sunday was a little wishy-washy.
Yeah,
But you know what? God is still on the throne.
yeah,
That's all right.
that's what matters.
Yes.
That's what
Amen.
counts.
But the rest of the weekend was fine. It
Yeah.
was beautiful. And
Nope.
Friday, Saturday.
No question about it. You know, it's God's will, not mine. I just got to keep on counting my blessings. I'm still here. Want to, send condolences out to the Bush family. The monarch is, in the hospital.
Yeah, she's ailing, but they said she's feisty and she just want to do comfort care. She
Yeah,
doesn't want to have any more medical procedures done. So
Okay.
we know that God has her in His hands.
Yes.
Yes.
There's always, a lot going on in the world, but we sometimes forget to take time out to give thanks and praise to the Heavenly Father.
Yes.
And that's why we do this music ministry, because it's about continuing the positive energy and knowing that God is still in charge.
Yes, He is.
And regardless of what others do or say, all
Amen.
we got to do is pray.
Amen.
That's all that counts, because no weapon formed against us shall prosper.
Hallelujah.
And matter of fact,
Hallelujah.
that's the next song come up.
All right.
Yeah, I had to put that in there.
You had to
plus
put that in
Fred
rotation.
Ham said better than me.
There you go.
The gospel singer. Well, we're going to jump right back into the music. We got much more coming your way. We got, let you know at the next break, we're going to let you know who our guest is today, and hope that you can tune in and share it with your family, your friends, your coworkers, hashtag, Instagram, however you reach your people. Let them know that the Let's Get Praise Music Ministry and the best of the 757 is on WODU, the heartbeat of Old Dominion.
It won't work, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work, say no weapon formed against me shall prosper. his life, he will come through. Say, he'll do what he said he's gonna do. Stand by his word. Hey, oh, I won't be afraid of the arrow by day from the hand of my enemy. I can stand my ground with the Lord on my side, for the snares they have set will not succeed. Hey, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. No way. It won't work. Formed against me shall prosper. And no way. It won't work. For I know God will do what he said he's gonna do. He will stand by his word. He will come through, yeah. God will do what he said he's gonna do. Stand by his word, by his word. No way. Don't be afraid of the arrows or the snares set by your enemies. If you believe it, say you. Just stay one. Just stay one. Although they've said.
Yeah, it's a struggle when you're trying hard just to prove that you can be just like them, and all the while you're losing you. Do I do things different than the way you do? Well, I'm so sorry, 'cause I was created to be me, not you. Listen, honey, you can only be nobody else will do you better. Never ever be the whole wide world. Say what I know, I need you to say now. Put yourself free in the way now. You can only be oh, hey, in my closet, sometimes I can't find anything to wear, because I want you to like it, and I know if you don't, then I'm a fashion fail. Oh, senseless judgment. I believe in the wheat and you believe in the weed. They gotta grow together, and when it's harvest time, we're all gonna see who you'll be.
WODU, the heartbeat of Old Dominion. And that's be yourself or be who you are. That's Juanita Wynn right here on the Dreaming the Dream. I keep telling you, the best of the 757 and the voice of inspiration, the Let's Get Praise Music Ministry. Melovee, you know it's that time to let everybody know who's going to be here today. You know, we keep people on the wire on the best of the 757 Community Talk Show.
All right. Yes, we have today coming at noon, Frances Knight Thompson. She's a former Virginia Beach educator, and she's a former candidate for Virginia Beach Public Schools School Board. So she'll be in the studio at noon to talk about an event that's coming up, ministry event that's coming up for her church.
Huh? All righty then. We always got activities going in our community and letting our community be aware of all the activities and all the people out there working on behalf of our future generation. And that's the key component to anything, is keeping our future generation in mind and let people be aware that it's a lot of work out there that has to be done. Yes. And I covered an event last night up in Williamsburg, you know, so there are people talking and engaging and trying to find a way to solve some of the problems that face our future generation, our youth. And, you know, with gathering data and statistics, you know, hopefully we can continue to, down the road, to make changes and to inspire and motivate our future generation to do better. But nevertheless, I'm jumping back into the music. Giants, let's get it going right here on the Let's Get Praise Music Ministry up until 12 o'clock, the best of inspirational music. Don't forget to hashtag, tweet, call a friend, share it on Facebook and Instagram. However you reach your people, let them know the best is playing on WODU, the heartbeat of Old Dominion.
Listen, when you work, they gotta come down. When you worship, when you worship, when you worship, listen, they gotta come down. When you shout, just shout. When you shout, hey, they gotta come down. When you shout, you gotta shout. When you shout, hey, they gotta come down. They gotta come. They gotta come down. Tell them that they gotta come. They gotta come down. Listen, they gotta come. They gotta come down. They gotta come. They gotta come down. Listen, they gotta come. They gotta come. I'm telling you, they gotta come. They gotta come down. Listen, they gotta come. Yeah. They gotta come down. They gotta come down. They gotta come down. When you shout, just shout. When you shout, hey, they gotta come. Put it in the house, y'all. When you shout, hey, just shout. When you shout, hey, they gotta come down. When you shout, hey, just shout. I feel a shout. When you shout, hey, they gotta come down. I feel a shout. When you shout, somebody's gotta shout. Somebody's gotta shout. Hey, they gotta come down. Hey, they gotta come. They gotta come down. I'm telling you, they gotta come. They gotta come down. Hey, I'm telling you, they gotta come down. Hey, they gotta come. They gotta come. They gotta rise.
Yo, P. They ain't ready. It's the new swag, baby. Woke up this morning and I told myself, not gonna worry about what I cannot help. People dying innocently, hate is spreading rapidly. I'm not talking apathy, but some things God's gotta work. Whoa, he's gotta, yeah. He's gotta, whoa. He's gotta, yeah. Check it out. I ain't gonna worry about the money in the bank. I ain't worried about it. Come on. I ain't gonna worry about the gas in the tank. Fill me up, fill me up. I ain't worried about it. I ain't gonna worry about the things I can't control. It is what it is. I ain't gonna worry about it. All I do is pray about it. Hold up. Why? God's got it. God's got it. God's got it. God's got it. Yes, he does. God's got it. I look around and my heart is a little heavy. The money's fading fast and I'm looking for a blessing. People looking for jobs, no one looking for God. I know that you heard, but in time God is really gonna work. Whoa, he's gotta, yeah. He's gotta, whoa. He's gotta, yeah. I'ma let him do it 'cause I ain't gonna worry about the money in the bank. I ain't gonna worry about it. I can't worry about it. I ain't gonna worry about the gas in the tank. I know who supplies my needs. I ain't gonna worry about the things I can't control. For God is in control. I ain't gonna worry about it. All I do is pray about it. Hold up. Why? God's got it. God's got it. God's got it. Oh, God's got it. Yes, he does. Got it all. God's got it. God's got it. God's got it. God's got it. Whoa, when you're losing strength and your confidence, God's got it. God's got it. When your money's spent, can't pay the rent, God's got it. God's got it. When the storm is passing over, don't lose your composure, God's got it. When you're down for a while, wanna throw in the towel, God's got it. I ain't gonna worry about the money in the bank. I said it over and over again, God loves me. I ain't gonna worry about the gas in the tank. ain't telling you what I read. I'm telling you what I know. God's got it.
Trouble in my way. I have to cry sometimes. So much trouble makes me cry sometimes. I lay awake at night, but that's alright, 'cause I know Jesus. After a while, trouble in my way, have to cry sometimes. So much trouble makes me cry sometimes. I lay awake at night, but that's alright, 'cause I know Jesus. After a while, let me say it again. Trouble, have to cry sometime. I've got trouble, it makes me cry sometime. I lay awake at night, but that's alright, 'cause I know Jesus. 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 I know you will. I wonder, I just wonder, is there anybody here that know he will? I need somebody that know he will. Anybody here that know God will? Talking about a doctor in a sick room, a company keeper in a lonely hour. Will anybody here that know when you confused, that he can straighten it out for you? Anybody here that know he'll fix it? Whatever it is, whatever it is, my God can fix it. See, I thought my God was limited. I could give him my headache, I could give him a stomach ache, but I found out my God can do anything, anything you need. I know he will. I know he will. I know God will. The reason I know that he did it for me, y'all. He did it for me, y'all. When I was standing at the crossroads in my life, standing there just wondering which way should I go. Had trouble on my left side, trouble on my right, and I couldn't go forward. I had mountains in my way, but the one thing I know, one thing I know, I won't go back. I won't go back. So I just looked up and tell him, Lord, you gotta fix it. You gotta fix it. You just gotta fix it for me. I know you will. He did it for me, y'all. He
I'm living this moment because of you. I wanna thank you and praise you too. Your grace, grace and mercy, oh Lord, and all you do. Thank you for saving a sinner like me to tell the world salvation is free. There were times when I just didn't do right. But you watched over me, for day and night. Your grace brought me through. I'm living this moment because of you. I want to thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, and praise you too. Your grace brought me through. Listen, justice demanded that I should die, but grace and mercy said, oh no, no. We've already paid the price. You see, I once was blind, but thank God I can see. It was because grace and mercy came along and rescued me. Your grace brought me through. I'm living this moment. I'm living this moment because of you. I wanna thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. I praise you too. Your grace, your grace, your grace, brought me through. WODU, the heartbeat of Old Dominion. That was the one and only late, great Reverend James Moore. You know, I had an opportunity to meet him. He used to come over to the station that I used to be the program and general manager of, WZAM back in the day. And you talking about a guy could sing, man, you be like crying. You go to one of his concerts, I'm telling you, it was always there. I love his music. He always inspirational and inspiring, even though he might not be living, but he lives on through his music.
Amen.
He's a blessing.
He's a legacy.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So, you know, inform the people who's coming up at 12. And
All right, at the top of the hour at noon, we have Miss Frances Knight Thompson. She's going to be here to tell us about an upcoming event, Hymns for Him. So I like that. I'm looking forward to hearing more from her. She is a former Virginia Beach Public School educator,
Okay.
and she was a former candidate for Virginia Beach Public Schools school board.
Oh, okay.
So, looking forward to hearing all about her event that's coming up in the next few weeks.
No doubt, no
All right.
question. But we continue with more music up until the 12 o'clock hour. You know that. Because the best of the 757 is at 12 noon live on Facebook, the best of the 757 community talk show, as well as on WODU, the heartbeat of Old Dominion. So tune in, share the message, and let people be aware of what's going on in and around our community, because that's what we do here at WODU Studios. Coming up next, this is, and they're out of New Jersey. It's the New Jersey Mass Choir. Said, hold up the light and keep it bright. Right here on WODU, the heartbeat of Old Dominion.
Oh, ye heaven-bound soldiers.
Never knew my life could be this way. I never knew the sun could shine all day. Never thought I'd live beyond my past until I found Jesus. I never thought I'd be in this place. Oh, I'm glad, so glad I'm living my life in this place. Ooh, I never knew my heart would feel again. You see, I was so hurt, never knew the pain would let me stand. Never thought the tears would go away, Lord. Never thought my tears would go away. Until I found you, Jesus. I never thought I'd be right here in this place. Oh, I'm so glad. Yes, I am. I'm living my life. Oh, Lord. There's a place in God where we can all be free. A place where God can get the best out of me. There's a secret place in God where He covers me. Oh, I am so glad. Yes, I am. I'm living my life. Yes, I'm so glad. I'm living my life in this place. Been a lot of places, seen a lot of faith, but I've never been in this place. Time and time, I never thought I'd win. Oh, Lord, been a lot of places, seen a lot of people. Oh, Lord, been in this place, time and time again. Never thought I'd win. I've been around the world, seen a lot of people, but I never thought I'd be here. I am amazed that I'm in this place. I never thought I would be here. In the arms of Jesus, it's a good place to be in, y'all. Yes, it is. Time and time again, I never thought I would win. I'm happy to be in this place. To God be the glory for all He has done. I'm so glad to be in this place. My joy is right here. Yes, it is. My peace is right here. Oh, I'm living the best of my life in this place. Yes, I am. It's a good place to be in, y'all. I am so glad I'm living a blessed life, y'all, in this place. Yes, I want the world to know. Yes, I'm glad I'm living my life in this place.
WODU, the heartbeat of Old Dominion. This place. Never right here on WODU, the heartbeat of Old Dominion, the Let's Give Praise Music Ministry. We'll be right back right after this.
The Adventures of Captain 85.
There, every door is now locked and secure. It's a bit early to lock up the church, isn't it, Father? I always thought you stayed open longer than this. Captain 85. I have to close up early. In light of the recent church shootings in Texas, everyone is afraid to come and worship the Lord. Locking your doors early doesn't solve the issue. Keep the doors open, Father. By tomorrow afternoon, I'll have enough souls for you to save to last you a month. In these troubled times, everyone needs a little prayer. Yes, I suppose you're right.
The Real Adventures of Captain 85 Community Project, and letting people be aware of all the things that's happening in our community. Mentoring program is still on schedule. We still on track. That's why we do the best of the 757 to bring on people that volunteer to be mentors in our community with the things that we do. And as the weather continues to break and we get more into the summertime, we'll be more visible in our community throughout the summer. Nevertheless, we're getting right back into the music because you know at 12 o'clock, Melovee,
Yes, we have her in the studio. She's here.
Okay.
Mrs. Frances Knight Thompson, and she's going to tell us more at the top of the hour about her upcoming event called Hymns for Him. All right, we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Anytime we can listen to the hymns and get inspired.
Hey,
all good, right?
That's what the community is all about. Informing our community and bringing the information they need to be inspired and motivated. I guess they call that grassroots.
Amen. Right? We know about that.
All righty. Nevertheless, you're listening to the very best of inspirational music with the voice of inspiration. And right now, I got Pharrell, 757 Grammy Award-winning movie producer. I had to bring some energy in here because at 12 o'clock is the best of the 757 Community Talk Show. And we do it like this. Freedom, freedom, let it ring. WODU, the heartbeat of Old Dominion.
The sun.
you picked me right back up again when I reached out for you, oh Lord. You brought me strength to my weakest parts. You showed me the way, yes, oh Lord. I'm so glad I trust you. And now all I can say is, oh Lord, thank you for loving me. Oh Lord, thank you for giving me your grace and your mercy through my darkest days. Thank you, oh Lord. With you, life I can't win. No matter what I'm going through, I just take time to breathe and realize all you've done for me. I'm grateful for friends, I'm grateful for love, I'm grateful for music and the stars above. I'm so glad I trust you. And now all I can say is, oh Lord, thank you for loving me. Oh Lord, thank you for giving me your grace and your mercy through my darkest days. Thank you, oh Lord. You saved my life from the darkness and the anger. You saved my life from the weakness and the pain. You saved my life over and over again. You saved my life. And now all I can say, oh Lord, thank you for loving me. Yeah. Oh Lord, thank you for giving me your
WODU, the heartbeat of Old Dominion. You're listening to the very best of inspirational music, but now it's time for the best of the 757 Community Talk Show with your host, the voice of inspiration, and my co-host, Melovee.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes.
Like I say, push that share button. We want your family, friends, colleagues to start. All right, we got people already coming on.
Hey,
All right,
you know how it is when 12
You know,
o'clock
they
comes.
know 12 o'clock hour. Thank you, our faithfuls. Thank you, Derek Beeman, for watching. We're looking forward to your upcoming event. All right, all right. Put in the tagline more about it so we can talk about what you're doing as well. Lena Harrington, thank you for also watching and chiming in. Press that share button again. We have an awesome young woman in the studio with us today. And she has some good news. Good news. We love good news. She got an event coming up. Her name is Frances Knight Thompson, and she has good news about an event coming up, Hymns for Him. It's a conference, and we're going to have her tell us more about it. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to both of you. I'm so
yes.
happy and honored to be here.
Glad to have you.
Glad to have you.
Absolutely.
Gospel Day. Gospel hour, right?
Dang, that's what it is.
We had some inspiration this morning. We're gonna get some more.
Awesome.
Yes. Now we want tell us a little bit more about you personally, and then we're gonna get into your upcoming event.
Okay. Well, I'm Frances Knight Thompson. I'm quite a stay around this area. People have seen me for a while.
Yes.
Not that I'm old or anything, but
No,
you know,
that's why I
I've
say
just
young.
been around for a while. I'm a co-pastor with my husband, Pastor Ronald Thompson, at Mount Sinai Family Life Christian Center. And I don't know if you remember, Venus, but in June 2014, lightning struck our building, burned it to the ground. We lost everything. But I'm here to say today, God is faithful.
Yes, He is.
God is faithful. We never missed a Sunday.
Wow.
Being able to meet and to join together and to worship God. So in all that we've gone through and all that we lost, we still have our faith.
That's right.
We still have God, and he's still moving in our midst. So we're very grateful. This is our year of gratitude.
Amen.
That's the theme for our church, our year of gratitude.
Love
Even
that.
though you've gone through and you've lost and things have happened in your life, you can still say thank you because it could have been worse.
That's right.
Don't get me start
And
preaching in
that's
here
right,
now.
'cause
Hello.
I showed you something that was encouraging before, and I said God will always show me something.
Yes.
And I showed you on my cell phone. It
Yes.
was something that just came up on my Facebook page.
Yes.
And I showed it to you because
Yes.
what God also says is that the ashes may be out there scattered around.
Yes.
But you know what? We're not burned.
Absolutely.
And I'm paraphrasing, but Meshach, Rashad, and Abednego, he always is in there with us.
Yes, he is.
Who is in there with us?
Absolutely.
So I was going to ask you about that.
Yes.
How is that going?
Yes.
I know that the church is in the process of being rebuilt. I mean,
Yes.
What is it? What's
Well,
going on with
here's
that?
what's going on right now. We are in the midst of gathering ourselves, giving ourselves some time to heal, to make plans, to seek God about our direction.
Okay, that's
And God is speaking, and we are going to move and do just what He said. Wherever He leads us, that's where we will go.
And we have I call them conversations because we drive in together.
Okay.
So we have these conversations,
Okay.
conversations in the car.
Conversations in the car. Got it.
One of the things that we were discussing this morning, you couldn't have known, but only God knows.
Okay.
Is that wherever we were talking about wherever God orders our steps.
Yes.
Because a lot of times we think, oh, well, that sounds good.
Yes.
God is mine.
Yeah.
We'll do it that way.
Yes.
And God said, if I don't authorize it, it's about authorization. And a lot of times we mix that up with, no, it's the right thing to do. But God said, I have to authorize it too.
Is it my perfect
You
will?
have to, right.
That's
because
what I
we can say, oh, well, that sounds good. It looks good. It all good. But God said, there's an authorization that you have to get from me. Stamp of approval. Right? That
Absolutely.
seal of approval.
Absolutely.
And so I've shared with him, I've learned the hard way that I had to learn between that sounds good, but is that authorized?
All right.
But from the one who is good.
Absolutely.
And it's a very thin line, but God said, walk that line with
Absolutely.
me. So you just was tapping into what we
Okay.
were talking about in the car.
God is amazing.
Isn't he amazing?
Yes,
he knows
is.
how to pair
Yes, he is.
like-minded or circumstances or
Yes.
situations. And that was the one thing that was on my mind when I found out that you were going to be on the program today was how were you all faring from that situation? Because that lightning striking the church,
Yes.
isn't that something?
And we were there to watch it.
Wow.
We watched the entire.
And I remember it being on the news.
Yes, it was amazing. So,
but
you know,
nobody was hurt. Nobody was
That's
killed.
why we're grateful.
Right.
Because
No
our
lives were
musician,
lost.
Anthony Junebug Turner, everybody knows
Junebug, I like that.
was supposed to be in the building that evening.
Wow.
He's normally scheduled to do his rehearsing and all that he does on that Wednesday, but he had left his wallet home. So he had to turn around and go back
So
home.
now God,
So
altered
I'm
him.
telling you.
Did a detour.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
so
so he'll
God
often do
God
that.
is good. I mean, even in, like I said, in all the loss and all the pain and disappointment and everything, God is still good.
Now, how long was the church? Had you been there? I mean,
Since 2001.
Okay, since 2001.
But the church building itself was over 100 years old.
Right, because that's the thing I was saying. 'cause
Yeah,
I know
St.
they-
Mark Missionary Baptist
Okay,
Church
that's
with
what-
Bishop Curtis Edmonds moved out when they built their new building over on Frederick Boulevard, and then we went in and purchased the building, and we'd been worshiping there since 2001.
Okay.
So, yeah,
because I
God
knew
is
it was a
amazing.
historic place.
Yes.
Because when they were talking about it, they mentioned that on
Yes,
the news. So,
yes, yes.
but you know what God gives, He can take.
Absolutely.
and what He can give back.
Even
like Job,
greater. Absolutely.
Somebody said job, but it was Job. He could do the job like Job. Job, right? We can make that the tagline for the day.
Yes.
He can get greater and better.
Absolutely.
So He doesn't do anything.
There are no mistakes.
No, it's no mistakes
No.
in it. And He
No.
when He does something right,
He does it
It
well.
is. He does it right.
Yes, yes.
So I'm so pleased. And now I know that you're a retired educator.
Yes.
For the City of Virginia Beach Public Schools. Tell us
Yes.
how long you had
Well,
served. 'Cause we
I-
did serve.
After 42
service.
years of
Wow,
service with
wow,
Virginia Beach City Public
yes.
Schools, I did retire in 2014.
Wow.
And I was a music teacher, I was an elementary counselor, I was a middle school counselor, and then I ended my career with Virginia Beach Schools as the guidance department chair for Kemp's Landing Magnet School.
Okay, Kemp's
So
Landing
that's
Magnet.
where I was when I left.
Okay.
And then I went back and I began to work with the Office of Equity Affairs.
All right, yeah, because I remember, and I remember what was the woman's
Jobina Caldwell,
Yep,
and then there was Esther Monclova Johnson.
That's the one that I worked with,
Yes.
but I know Miss Caldwell very well.
Yes.
But I know that that's a long time, 42 years.
Yes.
And I did not know that you were a music teacher. There's something we have in common.
That's how I
because
started.
my mother-in-law worked for Brooklyn school system in New York for many, many decades. She was a music a classically trained pianist.
Okay.
She taught music and she taught elementary school.
Yes.
And then my sister-in-law also taught music in Texas.
Okay.
As a teacher as well.
So we
I
do
have
have something in
educated.
common.
Yeah, and I didn't know. For some reason, I was thinking math. That's our good friend Miss Holman, Gwendolyn Holman.
Yes.
She was a math teacher.
Yes.
In the Virginia Beach.
Par excellence.
Yes,
let me
par
say that.
excellence. I've worked under her. Couldn't be anything less.
She's an amazing
yes,
lady.
she's an
too.
amazing
Yes,
lady.
Yes.
But also, you're an alum of ODU.
Yes,
Okay.
got my master's degree in guidance and counseling from ODU, but I graduated my BS degree from Hampton University.
Okay, from
So
Hampton.
it's all about the blue and white.
That's right.
Absolutely.
All right, so you stayed in. My grandson loves the ODU basketball team, so he's always telling Grandma.
Yeah.
But now let's talk about your upcoming event. I know it's a conference, a youth conference, or forum as you call it. Tell us more about Hymns for Him and Youth Forum, Hymns for the number 4, them.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Well, here's what we want to share with the community. There's an organization that's newly formed back in 2016, September 2016, called Hymns for Him Incorporated.
Okay.
And it is founded by Dr. David Allen, who is notorious for his composition, No Greater Love. So when you sing about how they hung him high, they stretched him wide, he hung his head, for me he died.
Wow,
That's love. Yeah, that's Dr. David Allen. He's the composer of that. And in his senior years, I guess, he has transitioned his career into promoting hymn singing in the worship experience. And that does not, and I want to explain that. It does not.
We miss it,
Yes.
but, you know, we need to get back to the roots, although other music has come along.
That's the point.
That's the saving grace. That music, when you heard it, it's something in you. We were talking about that
and so it's not about putting away or putting aside the contemporary Christian music.
Right.
You know, the Tasha Cobbs and William McDowell and, you know, all of the contemporary worship and praise leaders sing. It's all about integrating the traditional hymns into that worship experience and allowing the congregation to join in singing.
Remember
Sometimes,
back in the day
absolutely.
when you used to get the hymnal and you had to learn a song and you had to know.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
it was the words from the actual word of God.
That's it.
And you know, and it wasn't repetitious, but I want you to continue with that. Yes, absolutely.
Well, that's the thing about traditional hymns is that there's a theology behind hymns, and every song that's in a hymn book may not necessarily be a hymn. A hymn is about the theology of Jesus Christ.
Absolutely.
So that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a song that talks about Jesus and the work He did at Calvary, and the love that God had, that He would share Jesus Christ with the world to redeem us. And so, Hymns for Him is a conference that will not only encourage hymn singing, which we are going to do every night.
Right.
We'll just no preaching, just singing hymns.
Wow.
And so we're going to do a part. Do a part. In fact, we had a community hymn sing a few weeks ago in March, the third Sunday in March, and we gathered at First Baptist Church, Butte Street in Norfolk.
Oh, okay.
And for an hour and a half, we just sang hymns to the glory of God.
That's right.
It was amazing.
Worship up, just waves of worship.
Yes, we did.
Because that's what He calls us to do.
Absolutely.
We're going to have to do that when we stand before. He said, that's what you're going to, I'm preparing
worship,
you for.
worship
at His feet, right?
Yes.
Worship at His feet.
And so the conference will encompass hymn singing. It will encompass workshop classes that will teach us about the theology of hymns, about integrating hymns into the worship experience, about why do we, even bother with hymns, and those kinds of workshops will be going on. But like I said, every night we'll have a community hymn sing.
Wow.
And so we're excited about it. It's going to take place next week, April 25th through the 28th.
Right.
It's going to be held at Second Calvary Baptist Church, where Dr. Jeffrey Guns is pastor and a great supporter of hymnody and hymn singing in the worship experience. And so we're just delighted that they have opened up their doors to allow us to come in and have this kind of event. And I anticipate that it's going to be awesome. There's a registration fee of $35. But I tell you what, we're doing a promotion for all pastors. So if they go online at hymnsforhim.org. They can put in a promo code and get $10 off their registration.
Okay. Now, is that the number 4 or is F-O-R?
F-O-R.
Okay.
So
Okay,
hymns,
hymns.
HYMNSFORHIM.org.
Okay.
And all the registration is there. Now, when you talked about the Hymns for Them, Minister Devon Mickey is coordinator of a concurrent conference that's going on right alongside us.
And that's for the youth?
For the youth.
Okay.
Ages 10 to 18. Registration
Wow,
for them is
okay.
just $5.
Oh, that's
very
okay.
nominal.
Yeah.
We want the kids to get involved. They will express themselves about traditional hymns through mime, through liturgical dance, through spoken word, and through praise and worship.
Wow.
And they'll have classes going on as well right there at Second Calvary. So it's a lot going on, and I just believe that the community will be blessed if they come and participate.
You know, and in the community churches, I grew up in New York where the church, you walk down the street, the church was there, and everybody knew one another. But we've sort of gotten away from that.
Yes.
We're kind of traveling to another city. It
Yes.
could be either 10 or 40 minutes away.
Right.
We're not in our own communities
yeah.
anymore,
Right.
and promoting hymnals. And like you said, we're not bashing the contemporary music because it has its place.
Absolutely.
You know, that's to draw you in, because
Yeah,
he said,
absolutely.
draw them in unto me
Absolutely.
and unto him.
Yes.
But what we need to do is, like you said, get back to understanding what hymnals are.
Yes.
Why did we sing them? Why
Right.
did the grandma and grandpa and them say, okay, let's sing this song? Because my grandma used to fill that house
Yes.
with the hymns, and she would sing from her belly.
Yes,
You know, just
yes.
when she would get up in the morning and she would just start singing praises,
Yes.
because it sets the tone and the
Yes.
atmosphere.
Absolutely.
Because the words of God said, it shall not return back void.
That's it.
So your house is saturated. Your house is set for the morning or for the whole day. And
there's a joy
there's
that
a
comes.
joy
There's
that
a joy that
comes. It
comes.
really
And that's what
does.
happened at our community hymn sing. Oh, the place just exploded with joy. And we were
Yes.
singing songs preparing us for the Easter season.
Okay,
So we
right,
sang
okay,
songs
pass.
like There is power,
Right.
power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb.
Now, you
And
know,
oh, the joy.
joy.
Oh, everyone began to stand, and they were waving their hands. And we had people from all communities, not just our community, but
Right.
all communities were there. It was just amazing.
Wow.
And so just to be able to, and like I said, you know, you can integrate the contemporary songs
Absolutely.
in with that. And
Because it's a new song. Because they said, I know,
Singing to the
scripture,
Lord.
right? And it's a new
Yes.
song,
Yes.
new wine.
Yes.
And my grandson would say, we heard the song "Break Every Chain, Break Every Chain." I was playing it
Yes.
through the house, and that's
Yes.
contemporary.
Yes.
He said, "Well, Grandma, what does that mean? Break every chain,
All
break every
right.
chain." But I said, "We're just gonna sing it, and then I'm gonna explain it."
Then
to
you'll
you."
explain it. Just sing.
Right. Let's sing. We're gonna sing it. But I want to acknowledge some people that are chiming in. Thank you, DV Dobson. I'm sorry, NV Dobson. You always chiming in. Thank you very much. Montel Tillery, thank you. Rodney L. Baylor Sr., thank you for watching. Anton Austin, bring them on camera, he says.
Oh, my.
Okay. Are we on camera? Okay.
It's Facebook Live.
Yes, Facebook
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah.
Jacqueline Thomas Rome. All right. Thank you for watching as well. It's saying something about the camera. Shunta Boyd, Tanya Blow. Okay, it's still saying that.
Is it? Maybe it's not broadcasting. Is it? I don't know.
Carol Vaughn Davis, thank you. All right, Sherry. All righty. Mary Eaton. I'm sorry, M.K. Williams. All right, Sharita. Thank you, Sharita Scott. She's an awesome songstress.
All right.
She just sang at a Virginia Beach city event.
We've got to get at that hymn conference.
Gotta get.
Come on, Sharita.
Come on, Sharita. Got to come to that hymnal conference.
Absolutely.
Yes. but
Join us.
Yeah, join us. She is awesome young woman.
Yeah.
But it's a 3-day event.
Yes, it
Okay.
starts Wednesday on the 25th. And we're going to have food trucks there. So you can come
Wow,
straight from
okay.
work at 5 o'clock, 5:30. Got Fish, LLC.
Okay.
And they are all the rage all over the area. Got Fish
Wow.
food truck will be there. So you come in, get a quick sandwich or something, a dinner.
Right.
And our registration starts at 5:30 and the sessions will begin at 6.
Okay.
We'll
okay.
begin at 6 with a hymn sing for about 15 or 20 minutes. And then we'll go into our workshop and breakout to the
Workout
workshop
sessions.
Mhm.
Okay.
And everything will be over at 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Then on Saturday evening, we're going to feature our kids who were in the youth part for hymns for them all week long. They've been practicing and preparing.
Right. Oh,
so
so you're gonna
Saturday
have them-
night at 6 o'clock, we're going to feature them in a program, and we're also going to do some awards too. We're going to present awards to the community. So this, we are so incredibly excited that it's getting here. It's closer and closer, and we want people to register. Go to that website, hymnsforhim.org, and register. If you're a pastor, all you have to do is type in a promo code. If you want that promo code, let me know. Hit me up on Facebook as a pastor. We've got $10 off of your registration. We're hoping that you will announce this in your worship services and let everybody know to join us next week.
Wednesdays,
you know something else, Venus? I don't want to interrupt you, but something else. You know, I want to think about the fact that sometimes in our worship services, we get a little complacent. Because the praise and worship team stands in front of us, and they have practiced and they have polished and they're singing, and we kind of get into entertainment mode. Yes.
Right, absolutely.
So if we can incorporate hymn singing back into the praise and worship experience, now the congregation is linked in.
That's right.
Now we join in together, and now the worship experience goes into a different
Right, so now
place.
it's more interactive.
Yes.
We're part of the
Yes.
worship experience.
And that's
instead
what
of saying,
we want to promote.
Instead of saying, I'm witnessing it and I'm getting entertainment.
Yes.
But someone, Carolyn Vaughn Davis, I love what you just said. Churches are so busy seeking members today that they are only accepting things that are popular over things that are customary.
Oh my.
Yeah. All right. That's
yeah,
good.
traditional
Yes,
traditional
that's good.
hymns do kind of take a back seat, but let us never forget them.
That's right.
You know,
No,
even
we
though we're in
cannot.
2018 and you know we have all the
Grandmama
popular,
and them, all of it was good enough for
Absolutely.
them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it brought us through time.
Absolutely.
It's ministered to us.
Yes.
It brought us to the saving grace of Christ because a lot of
Absolutely.
those songs
Yeah.
really truly pierce the
Absolutely.
fallow ground of your heart.
Absolutely.
And I know there's a thing called fallow ground, and God says we got to break that
Break
up.
it up.
And that music will penetrate through that heart where it's all hardened up.
Yes.
It'll bring up that softness
it
and
will.
bring you out, and that joy will percolate up.
Yes.
Like you said, you don't even know you're standing up and you see people go into a Holy Spirit dance.
Yes.
Esther be like, what are they doing? What am
Yeah.
I? She said, just sit still, baby. You'll understand later. Sit still. Mark Philly Jones, you know I love that name. Mark Philly Jones, we on camera. I'm hoping you all are seeing us.
No, what they're saying is, well, that's something that Facebook does, that bring them on camera. I mean, I can invite them to talk, to be on the camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Well, you gotta school me, because I'm like, I'm still trying to figure out what IG means. Beverly Harris, thank you very much for chiming in. Nikki Wilson, all right. Cheryl Dawson, thank you. And Sharita, back at you, hi to you as well. Hopefully you can make it to this event. You'll be blessed by it.
Well, we have some awesome people who are planning this conference. I don't want to, not neglect bringing their names
right,
up.
to bring them
It's
up.
a steering committee that's putting together. We've been working together since August of last year.
Okay.
Planning and preparing and trying to have everything ready for everyone. So on the steering committee, of course, is Minister Devon Mickey. He is coordinating for the youth, as we talked about. But then Pastor Peggy Britt is on our steering committee.
That name sounds familiar to
That
me.
name sounds familiar to you.
Britt.
Yeah, Peggy Britt, the queen of gospel music here in Hampton Roads.
Oh, yeah.
We also have Minister Earl Bynum, who's Minister of Music at the Mount. And we have Elsie Goodrum. She is the Minister of Music there at Second Calvary. We have Joan Rhodes Copeland. She is the Executive Director for Cultural Alliance of Hampton Roads. Let's see, Lydia Richards. She is the Minister of Music at First Baptist Church, Butte Street. Vincent Epps is a school social worker with Virginia Beach City Public Schools and a hymn lover.
Okay, because his name is familiar.
Yes. So we have several people who are working together. I hope I'm not missing anybody, but we have quite a steering committee who are working
because it takes
diligently.
Planning time.
Yes.
People think this stuff goes on, boom, you think of it, boom, it happens. But like you said, over years' time, this had to be put together.
Absolutely.
And because decent and in order, put together correctly with excellence
and prayer and fasting.
Much prayer and fasting, because I know that's true. We were talking about mutual friends of ours. My spiritual father and mentor would always say, "In decent and order, daughter." You know, you got to do things
in
with
order.
excellence because
Absolutely.
that's what touches the heart of God. You know?
Absolutely.
We're imperfect,
Yes.
but He's perfect. But we strive for excellence.
Yes, we do.
always.
Absolutely.
We may not reach it, but He knows our heart.
Yes.
And so He's always telling me just words of nuggets of wisdom and tidbits from Him. So we say to Him, I pray his health be well.
Yes.
But mentioning because of him, because I used to sing in the choir, back in the day,
It still does.
But the thing is, those type of music brought the young, as a young child, as a young person, as a teenager, I used to sing in the choir because I'm a Baptist and I belong to Fourth Baptist Church.
Okay.
But I also at one point had joined an interdenominational church.
Okay.
And we sung hymns every night.
Wow.
I mean, man, the place was packed at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
There had 200-300 people in there.
Wow.
And we just sing and sing.
Yes.
And it's like when you go to church today, you don't really get.
Well, that's one of the goals of the conference is to encourage hymnody. That means hymn singing, just hymn singing in the worship experience. And like I said, it doesn't have to take over the worship experience, but it should be integrated in, just so that we can teach young people about about hymns, so that we can continue the traditions of great hymns of the church.
And it's based in the Word. It's my husband has an old hymnal from his mother. Like I said, she used to play. She was the pianist and organist for the church up in New York that they attended for many years.
Okay.
She's deceased now, but he has her old hymnal.
Okay.
And so it's falling apart, but he looks in there every now and then, and he'll pull out a hymn, and because it brings back memories.
It does.
Because that's what we were rooted and grounded in.
Yes.
And we were fed on.
Yes.
And, the grass and all that. This is what we fed on these.
Yes.
And it really was good for the soul and the spirit. I want you to also talk about who are some of the people that are going to be highlighted at this conference as well.
So Minister Danny Kaysen was scheduled to attend and be a part, and has had some serious health issues.
Oh, okay.
So he'll be unable to be with us. But Mr. Omar Dickinson, who is the director of choirs over at Hampton University, my alumni, will be with us all week long. Cassandra Elliott, noted psalmist and praise and worship leader all over the country, will be with us. And of course, Dr. David Allen, who is the founder and visionary for the whole organization, will be there as well. And like I said, we will have, let me tell you this, one of the features of the conference will be a panel discussion on Friday night. We have about 10 local pastors who will be joining us to discuss how they interpret hymns and how their use could be helpful in the worship experience. They'll be talking about not the controversy, but the pros and cons of integrating hymns, because some of the millennial churches kind of pull away from singing hymns. And so they're going to give their input in a panel discussion on Friday night, and that will be moderated by Minister Earl Bynum. So he will be moderating that panel discussion.
Pastors are going to be on the panel?
Oh my, I think we've invited 10 and have accepted Dr. Michael Daniels from Enoch Baptist, Pastor Sam Logan III from New Hope Baptist in Chesapeake. We've got several pastors, local pastors, who will be joining us on that panel. And I just encourage everybody to just come and be a part of it. I mean, the registration is $35 for the whole time, but you can come in. One day registration is $25. And I'm telling you, for the wealth of knowledge, for the experiences that conferences like this, $129, $99. I mean, conferences like this are usually much more expensive, but we wanted to first of all, realize that we were probably marketing to retired community and to our seniors. So we wanted to keep the cost for registration down. And for the youth, we know kids.
To make it accessible for one age group to the other.
Absolutely. So, that was our goal. But it does not in any way indicate the quality of the conference and what you're going to receive if you come.
Absolutely. You're going to get a lot for the bang for the buck.
Absolutely.
And as they say, but I wanted to read off what the conference mantra is: shaping and impacting the future of effective worship through the preservation of hymn culture.
That's it.
So
it.
That says a lot.
Yes, we want to hold on to and not let it go. The tradition of singing hymns. And again, if it's just on Communion Sunday, which is what my church does, on Communion Sunday, we try to get in hymns, you know, every Communion Sunday. So it's not, you know, abandoning anything. It's just trying to celebrate
what was and still is.
Absolutely.
Isn't that the phrase that we say? If you don't know where you came from, you don't know where you're going.
Absolutely.
And to me, basically, you're saying that hymns is compared to the the circular music that we have today into gospel, is more like old tradition. Is more of the Word of God transformed into a hymn, so that it reaches and touches the spirit in a way that everyday life songs don't really attend to, but engaging you to be a part instead than being a part of the kingdom. You're talking about the world, and trying to fight principalities that you have no control over, but the Word of God does.
Yes.
So that's if you look at the let's say that the traditional music kind of like got a back seat when it came to the 80s, and our traditional music is like, okay, we're going to accept this. It's still we'll talk about the word of. But in some of that music, they won't say God.
You're right. And that's a little bit of the issue here.
Right.
Some of the contemporary music, you wonder, well, who are they singing to?
Right.
Who are they singing about?
And it's repetitive, and it says, don't get into that.
Yes.
It's
vain.
Repetitive. And so you say, as you were speaking, both of you were speaking, I was thinking, it can get you but so far.
Yes.
But you need to go into the holies of holies.
There you go.
Because you can be on the outer for a long time and never enter in. Like old folks say, you got to enter in to the presence. And so for me, that's what the contemporary will get you, but so far.
Okay.
And then them hymns can get you right on it.
They'll break you down.
Break you down. Well, you know what they should say? It'll break it.
It'll break you down.
Get down there and tear it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. With the circular music, we are looking at, I say the flesh, but spiritual hymns look at the spirit, and it touches it in a way that you're trying to say that this music touches it, but we got a beat to it. We got this to it. But a hymn is like, wait a minute, I don't want to think about that one. I did something wrong.
Well, it will bring conviction.
I got to go and pray. I did something wrong. I had a bad thought there for a moment, or I treated somebody wrong, and then I got to make that right.
And I think that's really why, and I don't want to speak for contemporary music artists or whatever, or the genre, but we shy away from being convicted, because that's what the word is going to do. They always, Jesus said, I didn't come just to I came with a sword, right? So to come and tear up some things, so to break up some things. So I think that's really, we don't want to deal with that part of it. We talk about often the Voice of Inspiration, and I talk about the Book of Revelation. You don't hear nobody preaching on that.
I'm scared to go there.
It's scary to go there, right? But that's really what it's supposed to
prepare us for the second coming.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's supposed to prepare. And remember, we used to sit in church like, Lord, I don't want to go. I don't want to go to that place. But it brought about, help.
Conviction.
Brimstone and fire. Preaching. Remember that?
Absolutely.
You say that loud. Go ahead. If you don't get it right. I mean, we shied away from wanting to beat up on people with the word. It's not what that's meant to do.
No, it's not.
But it's supposed to bring seriousness.
Yes.
Because your soul is serious. It's about soul winning. This is about your soul, where it's going to live, where you're going to be after this is all said and done.
Absolutely.
And our grandparents used to be concerned, and they hope a lot of them still are, that are still with us, about where your soul, baby, where your soul going to be.
Right.
They was concerned about that, because I want to see you again.
Absolutely.
When I'm no longer here. My grandmother said, when my old gray hair get cold, y'all going to miss me. But I'm going to be with the Father. And I'm praying that I see some of y'all, coming
through those pearly gates.
Well, I see hymns as a foundation.
Yes,
being a musician, I see hymns as being a foundation, and there's a lot that can be built on a foundation.
Absolutely.
And a lot is being built
Right.
on the
Building blocks.
foundation. And a lot of the contemporary Christian music use the lyrics of hymns.
No,
Right.
They do. They've just repurposed them. They've restructured
Structured them,
them. You know, and so they use the lyrics of hymns,
Right.
and that's appreciated too,
Yeah.
because, like I said, those hymns of old are our foundation. They
Right.
discuss the theology of our Lord,
Right.
and that's what we want to promote,
And build
more
on
of
a
that.
solid foundation so that, seeping sand, we need to
Absolutely,
really build our
everything's
houses.
got to
Yeah,
be
it
built
gotta be built.
on that solid rock.
Absolutely.
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 I got it in there, didn't I?
Hey, but those hymns kept us a lot of us out of jail.
Oh my.
Compared to today.
Okay.
You got 1.7 million people, Afro American and Hispanics in jail.
Oh wow.
Go back 30 years ago, it wasn't that way.
Wow.
So you got to look at the structure,
impact.
the impact of
Yes.
what it's having,
Right.
because our youth don't see, they don't understand is when the spirit is not in you, how you going to reach it?
Yeah.
You know, we walk around with the chain on. We got, all the rappers got crosses on it.
Written in your heart.
Hello.
Yeah.
But it's got to be in the heart.
Absolutely.
You
And
know.
I always say to people, who say, well, young people are not going to go behind no hymns. They're not interested in that. And I'm saying, but why is that?
Yeah.
Did we teach
Did
them
you teach
hymns?
them?
Thank you.
Did we take the time with
Hello.
them to instruct them and
Hello.
help them to
'Cause we
understand
were
what a
once
hymn
young,
means?
And if somebody
Absolutely.
had said that about us,
Absolutely.
it never been put forth. If it's never been presented,
Absolutely.
then how can you hold them accountable for something that's never been
Well, Venus, do
presented?
you remember? I'm not going to try to age you or
That's
anything.
all right, go ahead.
But back when Edwin Hawkins put out "Oh Happy Day,"
Right.
Yes.
that was worldly music.
That was worldly
Yeah.
music.
That
And
was
remember the
worldly.
Right,
guitar
right.
and the drums.
Yeah.
that
All of
you
that
couldn't
stuff in
have-
a church,
oh my
Yeah.
that
God,
is
you go-
worldly.
Right,
Yeah.
that
You
was
know,
worldly. You couldn't have
and
that.
so even
Edwin
in
Hawkins
spite of
said
all of the
that.
music and the transitions that it has had down through the years,
Absolutely.
Right.
we still hold on to the traditions
Right.
of our hymns. But like I said, music has taken evolution over the
Right, and
period
you
of
can
time
run
of just my
parallel.
lifetime.
Right.
You know,
Right. You can
yeah.
run parallel.
Yeah.
And it's no problem. It's not
Absolutely. Just
but
keep your
never forget
foundation.
Yeah.
Never forget where you come
Yes,
from. Never forget
absolutely.
what the solid rock is.
Because
Absolutely.
I tell parents when I'm talking about bullying and violence and stuff, okay, it's okay for your young people to be young. But if your kid's going to look and listen to any type of music in your house, you should say, this is a gospel CD. You can play whatever you want, but you got to listen to this one.
Yes.
You got to.
And that's the foundation of a Christian
Open the door.
home.
Right.
If you're going to raise your children in a Christian home,
Right.
there's got to be standards.
Right.
There are going to be things that you're
Right.
going to do and things you're not going to do
Right.
in my home. Now,
Right.
when you get 16, 17,
Hello.
you're on your way out to do it. That's
Right.
one thing. But in my home and in a Christian home, there are going to be standards. And I think we've got to teach our children.
Right.
Right.
And we've got to instruct them. And they're rough places. Your parents,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
absolutely.
they're going to be rough places.
Right.
But there's got to be a place where you will say,
Draw the line.
this is where we go and no further.
Right.
And I don't know how we're managing that, how the millennial parents
Right.
are handling that. But again, it's our job
Right.
as mature adults and their parents to help them
Right.
to understand how to operate in a Christian home.
And remember the elders of the church.
Absolutely.
the
They directed
mothers
us.
Of the church, right. The mothers of the
Absolutely.
church.
They would bring a little safety pin
Yeah.
Right.
and say, all right,
Well,
daughter.
I'm telling you, all right now.
Hello.
All right,
Or
daughter.
bring a little cloth and
put it
on
across your
legs.
leg. All right,
And
daughter.
you
Yes,
better
they
not say
would.
nothing now. It's not-
Quick.
right,
Absolutely.
and it's not being
Absolutely.
insulting.
Well, the point is that they taught us.
Right.
And so we have got to continue
Through
that
action.
Yeah.
through that continue that tradition of teaching our young people, teaching our millennials, and they may buff, because we didn't appreciate it.
absolutely,
How's she
no.
gonna walk over here and
But
put
we
that on my leg?
thought it, but we didn't say it.
Yeah.
And sometimes my grandmother would say, if you're thinking it, I know it. And-
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
Afraid
But
to
I think that is still our charge,
Yeah.
as mature adults, as
Absolutely.
our generation, that we must take the time out to guide and lead
And still
the
do
generation
that,
behind us.
even
Absolutely.
though it may be kicking and screaming.
Absolutely. They don't particularly
right,
appreciate it
right.
at the time.
Right, because
And-
it doesn't say that we're supposed to like it.
Right.
Because he doesn't give conditional honor, the honor part.
Yes.
So we honor Christ, we honor God, the Father, we
Absolutely.
honor Christ, the Son, and the Holy
Yes.
Spirit.
Yes.
And we have to do the same as stealing honor, because if you don't know what that is, I realize that we don't even talk about the word honor.
Right.
My girlfriend and I were talking about there's a word that we wholesome.
Okay.
You don't ever hear people say that's a wholesome person anymore. Remember that word used to be? You know, you don't hear that. And when she said it, I was like, you know, we don't use that anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, that person is wholesome.
Yeah. Or that's a wholesome activity.
Oh, that's a wholesome activity.
Well, my bishop brought me up on that. That's what we do.
Right.
We wholesome recreation. I don't mind you having fun.
Right,
Yeah.
but you know, wholesome.
Yeah.
I remember that word, and I said, you know what, that has been lost.
Absolutely.
And that word should still be in our vocabulary.
Absolutely.
But
well, I believe that the Hymns for Him conference is going to be a blessing to the Hampton Roads community. Dr. Allen is having Hymns for Him in North Carolina and High Point this week.
High Point.
In fact, I'm leaving on Thursday to attend the Hymns for Him conference in North Carolina. So he has a vision for carrying this conference all over the United States. He has a vision for uniting the Virginia Symphony next year to accompany our closing event. So he's got a lot of things. He's quite the visionary. And he and I go back to the 1980s. We did some projects together. He came and worked with my choir, and we produced an album through his leadership. And so he and I are great friends, and he's a great brother, and has quite a vision for this event.
Propel this
Absolutely.
into many
Absolutely. We want to go. I think he says he has propositions to go to Birmingham next year and to Memphis to take this same Hymns for Him conference. And so we would love for it to take off and just be a great ministry to the people of God, to join us and unite us, the millennials, the boomers, you know, all of the generations, you know, across all of the generations, that we could bring back hymn singing into the worship experience and have you know, all the congregants, everybody join in together as we worship God. It can only be a sweet sound in his ear. And that's our goal. You know, I told someone the other day, you know, I'm planning this hymn conference, but ultimately I want to please God. That is my goal, is to bring him glory and to please him. And you know, it doesn't come easy.
No, it doesn't.
You know, it's a challenge, and everybody's not going to get on board with you. You know, it's not going to happen. But I still feel the charge. You know, there's a burden in my heart to do what God has called me to do. And that's ultimately, you know, what it's all about, to please God.
Authorization
Absolutely.
Again. Getting back to whatever God has ordained, he shall not be denied.
Absolutely.
So you can balk about it, you can say, I don't want to do it. We talk about a lot of times, you know, letting our steps truly be ordered by him. H-I-M, the capital H.
Yes, capital H. Yes.
That's why.
Well, we've been looking for sponsors for the event. You know how whenever God sends you out, you know, with a vision, he sends provision.
Yes.
And, you know, even though we haven't reached the level of sponsorships, excuse me, to match the budget, you know, we still are looking. And again, you know, Tamala Mann's God Provides.
Yeah.
It just will stay. It won't go away from me. It's just in my heart. God provides. When he gives a vision, he's going to send provision. So we just believe that God is going to open up doors. He's going to prick the people's heart, that they will come in, they will support, they will give us that kickoff. Some of our sponsors so far have been the Chrysler Museum. They have made a donation. The MacArthur Mall has made a donation to the event. AARP has committed to supporting us. So we've got some sponsors, but we would love to have more to join us. So if your business, your insurance, you know, agency, or the funeral homes, we've been kind of reaching out to them, and to those who really serve the seniors, you know, who serve seniors, those businesses, we certainly do encourage you to, you know, be a support. And if you want to come and market your business to the senior population, which we're expecting.
So they were able to do that.
Absolutely.
Now, are you going to have vendors?
Absolutely.
So how do they contact that same?
Yes, hymnsforhim.org. If you're interested in vendoring, let me give out my phone number as well. You can call me 757-404-2073. You can give me a call if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, or you can hit me up on Facebook. You can find me at Frances Knight Thompson, Frances is the spelling for my name, and you can find me on Facebook or Instagram. I'm Counselor Fran on Instagram and on Twitter. You can find me there. If you've got questions, or you're interested, or you want more information about the conference, just contact me and let me know.
Good, because that's good to know that, you know, you're going to have vendors as well, and if people want to bring their business. Okay, Jade, I like that name. Josephine is watching. Beverly Harris is watching as well. Lisa Vict Vic, I'm sorry, is watching. Rob Jones, Wells Davis. All righty. Jamie Harrison and Van Alvin is also watching. Thank you so much for chiming in. If you have any questions or you have any comments, please feel free to put those up there. We will get to them and get your questions answered.
Yes. Again, registration is available online. We also have a registration form that if, I've heard some say that, some of us don't like to put our information online.
Yes.
They'd rather write a check and fill out a form. So we've got that available too. The form is on the website. You can send a check to, your check would be made out to Chain Breakers. And Chain Breakers Incorporated
Wow, I
is
like that
our
name.
fiscal agent. They're taking care of everything for us. And so you can write your check out to them. They'll be paying our bills. But yes, we do need your support in registration online, or you may get a registration form from the website and complete it and mail it in at the directions on the website. So we are looking forward to a great time. Looking forward to sending your young people. There's going to be, like I said, food trucks there for you to have dinner. On Saturday and all during the week. So we're looking forward to a
from
great
Wednesday
time.
to
Saturday.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
And so each day of the conference, will it be the same food trucks or different ones? Or
Yes,
it's gonna be
yes, the same food truck will be there. Godfish LLC will be there Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then Saturday we'll have another, more food trucks to be there after. So after it's over at
and that's
noon,
the thing now.
they
That's
can
a great
come in.
thing.
Yes.
Remember, we said to bring the barbecue.
Yes.
Bring, there's nothing wrong with that. And Sister so and so will bake her orange chiffon cake, and so now we got food trucks, which is
And
awesome.
Shirley Jones is going to make the potato salad and put a foot in it. What?
Well, the health department don't appreciate that too much anymore, so that's why we have registered a few
But
food trucks.
remember they used to say, you really did a good job with that salad, Sister so and so. Before all that was said and done. But again, we want to make sure and stress that they're still in need of support. So if the Lord leads your heart, whatever amount, that you feel led to donate, to be a part of this
to sponsor,
to be a part of this conference, please let the Lord lead your heart to give and to support, because this is something that we need to preserve.
Yes.
These legacy, we talk about legacy a lot of times.
Absolutely.
We talk about intangible things.
Absolutely.
But we need to talk about legacy as far as spiritual things. Things were given unto us that you can't see.
And that's what that's why we've got the hymns for them component, the youth component. We feel like it's imperative that we pass it on.
Yes.
The legacy of singing hymns and hymn singing. Pass it on to the young people. Let them express themselves in the way that they do best, in spoken word and in rap and in liturgical dance. Let them express themselves in the way that they see fit. But let's encourage them to preserve the hymns and the tradition of hymns.
And the positivity it brings. I mean, we have so much divisiveness and so much negativity going on. A young man just won a Pulitzer, Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar.
A rapper, a positive rapper that of spoken word. The positiveness. They said this is the first time in history that's happened.
It's remarkable.
It's remarkable.
Yes,
it really is. And so, what can be done when you expose your children to the things that will bring fruit in their spirit?
Absolutely.
Because there's so much that can bring such negativity and destruction, and we don't stop and think about it.
Well, we're looking for 100 young people. We really want to
100.
impact 100 young people. We want to impact the community by giving them this experience. We'd love to have 200 people register.
I was going to
for
say, I
our
was saying in my
conference.
head
200 people register for the conference, and you can register on site.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
So, and it's still the same price? Or
Yes, it's still the same price. We did not increase the
you
on-site.
can do that.
For $35. You can just come Wednesday night and register, or you can register online. You can get registration forms. But we wanted to bring this to the committee, and it's not just community, not just Norfolk, but we are encouraging Chesapeake.
757.
Absolutely. Hampton,
Newport.
Yes.
Franklin,
absolutely.
Suffolk.
As far as this,
the voice can take
absolutely. As far as this can be
Those
heard.
who have ears to hear will hear.
Absolutely.
So we know that whatever God plans and ordains, those who are supposed to be there, God said they will be there.
I
So we
believe
just
that.
stand on that and we say amen.
Amen.
But we know that this takes a lot of effort and energy and time and talent. You mentioned that you were a music teacher. What do you play instruments? What is there, or your voice is your, because I know, it just came to me.
Okay.
You and your sisters sing. Because I
yes.
remember when you were running for office, for Virginia Beach Public Schools,
Yes.
you sang.
Yes.
So-
Yeah, I was a candidate for the school board in Virginia Beach
Yes.
City Public Schools in 2014. Then I was defeated and was unsuccessful. But I learned a lot.
That's right.
I learned
that's
a lot.
what the process is. Yeah.
And then I ran again in 2016. Was unsuccessful, but again, I did learn. I found my voice.
That's right.
And that's what's most important, that we find our voice. And so I'm very involved in the nonprofit area. I am on the Virginia Beach Human Rights Commission through the city of Virginia Beach. I also serve on the Minority Business Council of the city of Virginia Beach, and numerous other nonprofit areas. And like I said, I found my voice, even though I was not successful in the political realm, which might have been a good thing.
But you know what?
But I did find my voice, and I am still involved in the
But it
community.
is
Several people have run for candidate. Look at John Moss.
Absolutely.
How many times he
Yeah.
ran?
I always
And-
know
and-
him. He was in
yeah,
Venus. I'm
yeah.
gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell us.
But you have to. It's not that God is preparing. He didn't say you're gonna win out of the gate.
Right.
He didn't say you're gonna win the next time you're out the gate.
Right.
He said I'm preparing you. So
Yes.
whenever you prepare really
number
for
of
defeat
races.
Yes.
before you already won, because
Yes.
God has already gave you the blessing
Yes.
to encourage.
That's right.
He said many come, but few are chosen.
That's true.
So when you're chosen to do something, doesn't mean you're gonna win.
Absolutely.
Right then, it just
Right.
means that you got to keep
There's a
that
process.
phase.
I understand.
And actually, the woman that just won the marathon,
Yeah.
the Boston Marathon,
Yeah.
the first time she had run a number of times, and I share the story when people are first time candidates. You know, a lot of times we think the first time, the second time, but I tell the story also of John Moss. But this woman said she had run a number of times. Last year, she got very close and got so tired
Oh.
that she just missed it by seconds.
Oh my.
Right.
She said, and that in her mind said, I'm not going to do this again.
Right.
But if she had not done it for the next time,
Right.
she
would not.
won it. First American woman in
to ever
30
run it.
years
Yes.
to
Wow.
win the Boston Marathon. She brought it back to America. And she said, if I had not have done it, but that last time, she said, second, she had, all of a sudden, she said the energy just went out of her and she,
She wasn't able to do it.
right, she couldn't finish.
Wow.
But God never worries about the finish line. Man does.
Yes.
We look at the man thing, that we talk about that, but it's the authority. Do I authorize it? I authorize you to do
Right.
it.
Right.
So I don't fall short of my word. I don't fall short of my deeds or actions. But it's what the endurance. But the lesson is for us is that wherever we are, His presence is.
And that's what I
So
guarantee.
there you go.
Yeah.
That's really
I rely
what
on
I
that.
keep telling people who
Yes.
are of Christ, who are Christ-centered, that a lot of times it's not about the race or the team. It's about when you look over there and God, you know, the Holy Spirit will unction you to say, "You see that person over there? You wouldn't have never been able to see that person if you hadn't been in a position."
Absolutely. And I have met some incredible people.
That's what I want you to bring up.
Incredible people.
Incredible people
Yes.
that God will have you to bring His Spirit to pray, give a word,
Absolutely.
or whatever it is. or
God
just
has
hold
opened
a
so
hand
many
or hug
doors.
'em.
Yes.
And that's really what that's about. A lot of times we get hung up in
On titles
the titles
and
of,
yes,
and
I
we already
understand.
talked about
I
this
understand
title
that.
thing. I'm at
Yeah.
this title thing is really
Yeah.
ruining a lot of our
Yes.
young people.
Absolutely.
And not putting the work in. This YouTube. My old mentor, we talked about her, Miss Gwendolyn Spate-Holman. She say, you know, this Burger King, have it your way. And what happens is we get so used to that fast,
Right.
quick thing
Microwave.
that there's no microwave. We don't get the work put into it.
In the process.
They don't process, and these
Yes.
kids are like getting famous, and then as soon as they get up there, something happens and they come back
Right,
down.
right.
They don't know what to do with themselves
Right.
because there's no work in the middle of it.
Right.
You develop skills that you would have never
Absolutely,
had before,
absolutely.
based on the work that you put in doing the one thing. And trust me, I know. A T-shirt.
Well, I'm grateful to God for all of the experiences. And
Yes,
as you were saying before we kind of got off, I do come from a family of musicians. My sisters, we do sing. We've sung down through the years, sing together. And then I was the director of a choir, Tidewater District Choir. That is how I met Dr. Allen through my affiliation with the Tidewater District Choir down through the years, during the 80s and the 90s. God was amazing to me. So, yes, we've had quite a career of music. And so now I still do sing, and I'm praise and worship leader. But I value what God has, the experiences that I've had down through the years. Right. Yeah, I do.
But we got, Sharice Williams, thank you for watching. Angela.
Yeah.
Harold. Yep. That's your friend.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for chiming in as well. And now we want to make sure before we, time is flying.
Yeah, we got 5 minutes.
We're going to give the information again, so people who are just chiming in, if they want, please come out and support this event. I'm going to the camera. Please come out. It will be beneficial to you. A lot of times we think it's the people benefiting the people that put it on, but if you're really about Christ, it's about the benefit to the people that be there. And please come out. Please come out and support this event. And it's a minimal fee of $35
to register.
And you get 3 days.
Absolutely.
3 days. Time for Jesus.
Well, if you see that flyer online, on Facebook, anywhere, I ask you that you would like and share. If you would like and share that so that everybody knows about it and will be encouraged to participate. Again, the Hymns for Him Conference 2018 is going on April 25th through the 28th at 2nd Calvary Baptist Church, 2940 Corporal Avenue in Norfolk. Dr. Jeffrey Guns is the host pastor there. We will have several guest clinicians, Pastor Cassandra Elliott from North Carolina, Mr. Omar Dickinson, who is Director of Choirs, the University Choirs at Hampton University, and of course our own Dr. David L. Allen, who is the founder and CEO and visionary for this organization's Hymns for Him. It begins Wednesday night at 5:30. We'll open the doors for registration, and at 6 o'clock we'll begin with a hymn sing for about 15 or 20 minutes. Then we will go into a plenary session where we'll enjoy sharing with everyone, and then into breakout sessions, and that is the format for each night. Friday night, there will be a panel discussion with local pastors. Minister Earl Bynum will be the facilitator of the panel discussion. We anticipate there'll be great discussion opportunity for exchanging your ideas and asking questions and interacting with 10 different pastors across the Hampton Roads area. And then on Saturday morning, we're going to focus on musicians themselves. Now, again, someone asked me this question, was this just for choir members? Is this just for musicians? No, it's for laity. It's for everyone. If you love to sing, if you love to sing hymns.
Oh, you don't love to sing. You still can learn about the hymns.
Now, I tell somebody that everybody can sing.
That's right.
That's a gift God gave to all human beings.
Right.
Now, some of us can sing very well. Some of us not so well. But we can all sing. That is a gift God gave us. And so whether you can sing well, or you sing in choirs, if you're just a lay member, but you enjoy hearing and singing hymns, come and join us. On Saturday, we'll be focusing on musicians and instructing them and telling them how to integrate hymns into the worship experience. And then Saturday night, there will be an awards program, and we're going to have opportunity for Hymns for Them, the youth conference, to perform their spoken word, their liturgical dance, their mime, their rap. Presentations will be performed Saturday night at 6 o'clock. So come, join us, be a part of it. I know you won't be sorry. You'll be blessed, and you'll be a blessing to the people of God. And I want to thank you both for giving me this opportunity to share this information with the community. I admire you so much for what you're doing, and I thank you again for giving me this chance to speak on the air.
Such a blessing when we can bring like-minded people into the house. I'll get ready into the studio.
In the studio. We turn it into the house.
We'll turn it into the house, right? Because wherever he is, that's where the worship is. That's where he is. Yes. But I like, it says, giving new life to old hymns.
Yes,
and
that's one of the classes.
That's basically what this is about, just making sure we're informed.
Yes.
Without knowledge, my people perish.
Absolutely.
And we need knowledge. Some of our folks are lacking it that are in leadership, but we'll pray for our leaders.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Yes.
We pray for our leaders. But I wanted to
definitely.
also, before we end the session, there's ODU has a blood drive to delete blood cancer. You can come by, and hold up there. And they're out front in front of the studio, WODU studio. They wanted me to, you get swabbed, and it's to defeat blood cancer. Defeat blood cancer. Please come on by, students, and check it out. Ask more questions about it. They have facts and information. So many people are dealing with this. Young kids is going through this also. So anything we can do to help facilitate to defeat that cancer in the name of Jesus.
Yes.
We need to do that because
I'm a survivor. Hallelujah.
Yes, amen. I didn't want to
God.
miss it, but yes, absolutely. I have another friend that's also a survivor. So
To God
we want
be the glory.
to God be the glory. We
Yes.
want to make sure that we do everything we can to defeat cancer, and they have a drive going on right now in front of the WODU studios. So
No question. Okay.
all right.
Saying like a great and a lot of information today on what's going on campus as well as what's going on in our community. And want to thank you again for coming over to share that information about hymns for him.
Yes.
You
I
know,
love
drop
that name.
drop the Y and put an I, and you got him. You know, he's always in the mix, and
Yes.
that's what the hymns are about.
Yes.
It's about the Heavenly Father
Absolutely.
and His Holy Son,
Yeah,
who
absolutely.
came so that we can have everlasting life.
Yeah, tell the story.
So,
That's the gospel.
Life more
that's the
abundant.
gospel.
That's all it
and-
is.
And we got to keep them hymns so that our future generation can wake up and get back on track.
Never
because
forget.
somewhere
Never
they
forget.
they
That's
went
what
down
the
a
communion
path.
is about. Never
Yeah,
forget to- in remembrance
and
of
keep
me.
them in darkness. But
Yes.
this is a great event for the community and especially for our future generation, the youth. So please don't hesitate. Second Calvary Baptist Church, 2940 Carproof Avenue in Norfolk.
It's right down the street from Norfolk State.
Norfolk State, yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
that's
Yes.
right over there by Norfolk
Right-
State.
Yes, it is. Right down the street.
So you know where Norfolk State is. So don't get it twisted. Talk about I don't know how to get, I don't know where it is, and I ain't got no transportation. Yeah, you do. Get on the tide
There you go.
and ride.
Yeah, it's right there at the
Yeah,
Tides.
right there.
On the
State.
line
Yeah,
of
it
the Tide.
certainly is.
Yeah.
It certainly is. Right
And
down the
it's a
street
big,
from Norfolk
it's a
State.
big venue.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's a large church. It
Yeah.
can accommodate us, and I'm sure it will be more than accommodating.
okay.
And I do, again, I do give honor to Dr. Guns, who opened up his doors with no reservation
Right.
at all, and said that we could come in and have the conference. He's a great promoter of hymn singing.
Yeah,
So
okay.
they do a lot of that at Second Calvary.
And that's going on April the 25th through the 28th. So tell a friend to bring a friend. But the clock on the wall. Any more last closing statements? Because
Well, I just say join us. You know, be sure you go online and register. If you have any questions about it after we get off the air, you can reach me at 757-404-2073. I'm more than happy to assist you, to answer any questions you may have, to give you directions on how to register. Just come and be a part. We're looking for you to be there.
Melovee,
All right.
can you see?
Oh,
See?
yes, I can see. And as always, blessings. Until next time, Melovee.
Well, this has been the best of the 757 community talk show, right along with the Let's Get Praise Music Ministry, and of course with the Voice of Inspiration. And I always begin and try to end to let you know that remember, love yourself, put God first, and everything else will fall in place. It doesn't matter what others think about you, it's only what you think about you. Till the next time we meet, till the next time we greet, you've been listening and watching the best of the 757 Community Talk Show on Facebook Live and WODU, the heartbeat of Old Dominion. Until next time, my friend.
Coming up.